Thanks. Now, as beacons blaze across the country this evening to mark the Queen's 90th birthday, she enjoys what feels like unclouded popularity, garnering respect even from those who don't see themselves as dyed-in-the-wool monarchists. So has she properly seen off the Republican movement in this country? And if so, how? On Double Time tonight, here's Stephen Smith again.
You could be forgiven for thinking that Republicans haven't taken such a pasting since their battles with the Royalists back in the 17th century, though they did remove the king. Today, though, the sovereign reigns unchallenged, enjoying a popularity to make other establishment figures gnash their teeth. Will you be stocking this with newts?
Oh, the newts are in already.
Yeah. They're thriving.
Oh, they are there. I mean, and had 2 batches of frog spawn.
Labour's Ken Livingstone pours his energy into a pond to rival Monet's. But didn't he once hope to live a bit like the French too, i.e. sans royalty? Do you still describe yourself as a Republican?
Well, yes, theoretically, but I don't think it's going to be an issue in what remains of my lifetime. I don't think it will arise, because if you say we're going to get rid of the monarchy, then who are you going to have? I mean, I don't think we want to move to a presidential system like America. We want to keep a prime ministerial one. So you need a head of state, largely ceremonial. And you just know, people don't want some clapped out old politician. Or you might get celebrities, you know, I mean, be running for it or something like that. It'd be a disaster. It works very well. I was really struck because when Mrs. Thatcher was abolishing the GLC, the Queen agreed to come and open the Thames Barrier. And then when Tony Blair had expelled me from the Labour Party, she agreed to come and open City Hall on the very day he was barring me from re-entry. So I think the Queen is just above politics, and she knows the politicians come and go. She's there to serve her people, and I think she does it very well.
Is that it then? Has the bell tolled for a British Republic? But what about after the Queen's reign? A recent hit play, King Charles III, imagines rocky times ahead for the royals, and some Republicans see it that way too.
Republicanism used to be the R word that couldn't be mentioned, couldn't even be talked about, right up until about 15 years ago. Now it's quite acceptable to talk about it, think about it, and in fact be one. And I think that's what has happened. But of course, the Queen, because of her world celebrity status, really, she's a celebrity rather than anything else, while she's there, the political class in this country, in my view, don't want to disturb things.
In a room over a pub in Birmingham, members of the pressure group Republic look forward to what they hope will be a monarch-free future.
I can't vote for my head of state. That's shocking. What sort of democracy is that?
They claim to have 5,000 members and many more sympathisers. Graham Smith is Republic's full-time salaried CEO. If it's not her, if it's not the royals, then we get President Blair or President Stephen Fry.
You never would. I mean, the point is that
who would you get?
Well, you would get someone who is quite serious and who ultimately has been chosen by the people. So it's going to be someone that is going to have that kind of gravitas and widespread appeal. And you only have
we're about. Sorry to interrupt you, but it seems we're about to name a research vessel Boaty McBoatface. Are you sure you have that much confidence in your fellow citizens?
On social media with a boat, but the point is we're about to elect a new mayor of London. We've elected governments of different stripes across the country, Scotland, Wales, England and so on. If you look at the Republic of Ireland, for example, they do directly elect their head of state, very similar job. to what the Queen has. They're accountable, and they usually, certainly in the last decade and a half, have enjoyed levels of popularity equal to that of the Queen. So it's absolutely doable.
The Queen has been actually quite clever in not being ostentatiously wealthy. The next couple of generations are much more open about going on holiday all the time and all that kind of thing. And I think that what's going to happen is it's going to be evident how out of step they are. You know, we are not all in this together if you happen to be a Windsor.
If that's doused the royal braziers a little, artist Tracy Emin, who met the Queen at the Turner Contemporary Gallery in Margate, says she's a convert to monarchism.
When I was younger, I didn't feel for the royal family and I didn't understand it. And then when I was about 20, in my 20s, I saw a royal procession coming from Victoria Station, and I had to get off the bus and stand and wait, and I was in the crowds. And then when the Queen went past in her gold coach, my hand went up and I just started waving and cheering like everyone else, and this amazing spectacle. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to make Her Majesty a very, very nice birthday card and send it.